Hey guys, welcome back to Grim Productions, and today I'm going to be discussing why I think 2023 is going to be the year where we see Spirit Halloween's iconic mascot Jack the Reaper finally come to life in animatronic form. Now, if you don't know, if you've been living under a rock for the past couple years or just in general, Spirit Halloween's 40th anniversary is next year for the 2023 Halloween season. And even though Halloween hasn't happened yet, I already know for a fact they are now planning their season ahead of us. And especially because it is the 40th anniversary, I'm assuming that they have a lot of things planned, a lot that they're going to keep secret from us, and a lot they're probably going to tease at us. And I just think in general there's going to be a lot of stuff for 2023 that we can get excited for. Now, something that I have been thinking about for a while, something that's been on my mind, is the mascot of Spirit Halloween, which is Jack the Reaper, who is basically the Grim Reaper character who we see on all the signs, some of the tags, merchandise, etc. And I have a feeling for the 40th anniversary, and I kind of made a video on this, and I think that he is going to be promoted in a lot of merchandise for next year, such as, I guess, maybe more shirts, pins, little just gadgets, etc., stuff like that. And I think that 2023 is very well going to be the year where we finally see some kind of form of a Jack the Reaper prop. Now, I'm not entirely too sure if this is not confirmed or anything like that, so I'm not 100% sure if this is the case, but I can definitely see them making one, and today's video is going to be about that and, what I think the prop could have, what it's going to do, etc. And especially since Jack the Reaper is such a hidden character. We don't know a lot about him, what he sounds like, what his personality is exactly. It's going to be very interesting to see a prop of him that captures all of that into one. So yeah, in today's video, like I said, we're going to be going deep into that. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on why I think Jack the Reaper will be coming back why I think Jack the Reaper will be happening for next year. Okay, so for starters, like I said, 2023 is the 40th anniversary for Spirit Halloween, and we've already have gotten some news and images of stuff that is relating to Jack the Reaper, and that there is going to be merchandise for him for next year. And I think it only makes sense to promote the main mascot character, because unlike these other animatronics, Jack has been here for such a long time promoting the company, so I think it's only right for them to kind of market him. He is the face of Spirit, and if you want to market Spirit for the 40th anniversary, he's the way to go for sure. I'm surprised they didn't put him in the movie, at least from what we know they haven't, but as we can see from this photo here, they are going to give him a statue next year, I believe. They might update this statue, but I think we're going to get something very, very similar to this, along with other multiple pieces of merchandise. They already have a pin of him. They already have shirts of him, caps, etc. Just branding Spirit. I think that's just the tease of it. That's just a little something, though. I feel like next year we're going to have shelves and shelves of him, kind of like how this year we have a bunch of Nightcrawler and Crouchy stuff. Think about that with Jack, but probably times 2 next year. We're going to see so much of this. I have a feeling that the Crouchy and Nightcrawler stuff was just a tease, just to kind of get a taste of okay, what can we expect from their personal original characters in merchandise form. And I think a lot of people actually like that idea. I like that idea a lot. I'm personally waiting for my stores to get more of that stuff in, so I can kind of grab some of it, because it's really, really cool stuff. So I can't wait for all of his merchandise to come out. But with that kind of being out of the way, I kind of do want to talk about the animatronic itself, though, if that is a thing, because Spirit Halloween listens to their fans. I know that this year really, they didn't listen as far as, the returning props go, at least for, a few things. But I do think that, for the most part, they listen to their fans, and people have been begging for a Jack the Reaper animatronic for a while now, just because, he's such a cool design, such a classic and simple design, yet he represents, our favorite company. So I think they might actually pull the plug, and they might give us one, which is going to be really, really cool. He'll probably be the star animatronic. I'm assuming he might get his own theme section, kind of like Monty or something. That would be pretty cool. So yeah, I do think that we will be getting an actual animatronic of him, and possibly even a couple little more miniature things, maybe a little bit of a tabletop items for him, possibly a hanging decoration or something of him, because in his logo he's kind of hanging there. or he's not hanging, he's just like flying. So just I can just imagine them making like a posable hanging decoration of him like flying or something like that. But as you can see here, I actually did this kind of like, you know, not too very good Photoshop of like his original face on the Big Reaper animatronic for Lowe's this year, I believe. And I think it kind of works for the most part to kind of get the point across, like, okay, this might be what he looks like. And especially in like a realistic form, exactly, because Spirit Halloween, you know, they make, you know, like real life animatronics and like real things. So I feel like if they were to make a Jack the Reaper animatronic, he wouldn't necessarily be as cartoonish as he looks now, especially since it's the 40th anniversary. I feel like they would want to kind of go back to the company's roots and kind of choose one of his more earlier designs. And I feel like this design captures the early nostalgicness of Spirit Halloween and like his realistic side, because this photo is a lot more realistic than what he looks like nowadays. Nowadays he's more of like a cartoon villain kind of style, and back then he was definitely more of like this is like a real skull kind of thing. And I feel like this would be a really, really cool design. It gets the point across who it is. It looks scary, and I just think it would overall be really, really cool. Now, as far as the animation goes, I assume that he'd have kind of generic animation, just kind of like side to side. He might have a scythe in his hand, maybe not. We don't really ever see him with a scythe besides like one promotional image. He might have mouth movement, but what I personally think he's going to have is I think his arms are going to be kind of like out, almost like Lord Raven style in a way, but more just like, I guess, centered and like tall. And I think he's going to have digital eyes. Now, the reason I say that is because one of his main like artworks or whatever you want to call it, one of his main details is that he has one eye. He has one red eye and one black eye. Now, of course, his red eye actually has pupils, and I think what they would do is they might have give him like torso movement with the arms looming in the air with the tethered clothing, and then have his one red eye kind of like dart from side to side looking at everyone below him. I'm assuming he's going to be a pretty tall prop if they do make him. We don't really know his exact size, but I'm assuming he might be around like 6.5 to 7 feet tall. So I do imagine that he will be doing something with his eye, because I feel like that's like his main thing. And actually from the theme this year, from what we saw, we actually did get a little bit of like how he moves, and it's more of like a smooth flowing movement. Now, I don't necessarily think that he's actually going to be doing that same movement in like a real form, because that would be kind of impossible, but it would be cool to, I guess, try to mimic that in some way. Maybe they can kind of do what Home Depot did with the Phantom this year and give him like built-in fans to kind of blow his coat or something. I don't know, just something like that. I don't think you would have too much animation, but just something to kind of, I guess, represent the character. Like I said, the looming hands and the digital eye I think would be really, really cool. He doesn't really say anything. We've never heard his voice before, so they might get something special for the animatronic. I kind of hope he doesn't say anything, though. I mean, maybe just like a creepy laugh, even though we've never heard his laugh before. I think that would still be really cool, and he can get additional mouth movement. I'm not entirely too sure, though. But as far as like that kind of prop goes, and for the price, I think the price would probably be anywhere between like $250, $230 to $300, especially knowing how the prices are nowadays and that they're probably not going to get any better anytime soon. I can only imagine that that's probably what the price is going to be like, especially for a, you know, like original character for their logo kind of thing. And I have a feeling that they're going to kind of bump the price up on this one, especially if it has the digital eyes, which I hope it kind of does. But I also did say that I think if they were to do anything else, they would probably do a hanging prop. So like something smaller, maybe still digital eyes, but you can just hang him so it looks like the logo, kind of like what you see right here, how he's kind of just like looming above the sign. That kind of like a hanging prop, maybe for like $50 to $60, something like that, just in case you don't want to like buy the giant animatronic. So yeah, either way though, I think we're going to be getting something. I don't know what, but I think we can definitely expect to see something for the 40th anniversary, along with probably multiple other characters returning also. Maybe, you know, maybe we'll finally get to see Barnyard Butcher return in stores, who knows. But yeah, guys, that'll do it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Please, guys, tell me down below in the comments, what do you think Spirit Halloween would do as far as animation, voice lines, etc. for a Jack the Reaper animatronic? Like I said, I imagine that they're going to just kind of keep it simple, but, you know, still pretty cool. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.